Hey, good afternoon and welcome to Wytopitlock Lake. Folks, I woke up this morning, I think I fell out of bed and hit my head because what I'm here to show you today is a 1.38 acre lot with over 200 feet of lake frontage on this beautiful lake for $55,000. And I've looked online, I can't find anything comparable anywhere near that price. So you better call me when you see this video and check this one out. So let's go check out the land together. Folks, Wytopitlock Lake is 1,150 acres, surface acres. It's about 24 feet deep in its maximum depth. Excellent fishing here for warm water species such as smallmouth bass, white perch, and pickerel. If you have kids and you want to take them fishing in a place where they'll actually catch some fish, right here, take them to Pitlock Lake, go out there and catch some white perch, fill a bucket full. There's all kinds of them in here. Wytopitlock, I bet you can't say that 3 times fast. Wytopitlock is Abnaki for where there are a place where there are alders. And alders were very important to the natives here for a lot of purposes, and just a few that I can think of was they were used to smoke fish. A lot of people probably have used alder to smoke fish. The tea from the bark was made, and that was a homeopathic cure for diphtheria. And the bark was also burnt and the smoke inhaled as a treatment for rheumatism. I'm not a doctor, I'm not recommending any of those treatments, but that's what they were used for according to what I found on Wytopitlock and alder use in the Abnaki tribes. I told you this property was surveyed, I'm not kidding. We've got corner stakes on all 4 corners, set on rebar with a big silver cap, and our boundaries are all painted red. So there's no misunderstanding where the line is. The surveyors laid this out very nicely, and we've got a map that we can share with you as well. We've come back from the lake now about 100 feet, and in this area you have to build, in most areas in Maine, at least 100 feet from a great pond, and we're approximately 100 feet. The surveyor's got a flag up here marking that. And what you're going to see here is some beautiful old growth timber. There's some big hemlock in here, some spruce, amazing hardwood trees out closer to the road. Just a beautiful setting. There's not even a lot of underbrush in here, so you're going to clear your building site, your trees for where your cabin will go, and then a little path to the water. Prune up these trees, you'll get a beautiful view of the water right from here. We're up here now on East Shore Road, and this property fronts East Shore Road for about 173 feet. This is a private road. It's an off-grid situation here, and to be honest, folks, power is probably never going to be in here. I don't believe the easements are in place for it, and even if they were, the distance to run it in here would be cost prohibitive. So envision gas-powered lights or gas fridge, gas stove, or maybe a small generator or solar power system. That's up to you. The property has not been soil tested, but I'll be honest with you, I've seen a lot of land in my days, and this shouldn't be a problem getting a soil test. We've sold other lots in this area and they all pass fine. Folks, Glenwood is a really, really, really small town. Well, not geographically, but population-wise. Population last checked was 5. Most of the property owners up here are large timberland owners, and there are a few cabins on this lake and some of the other streams around, but most of the people that own property here don't live here. This is truly one of the wildest places in Maine that you can actually get to. It's not the North Maine Woods, but with this much big woods and so few people, it feels like the North Maine Woods, but you can be here a lot quicker. So keep that in mind when you get ready to drive up here. It is a remote location, but you can get there from here. From Glenwood, folks, we're out here on Route 2A, coming in off Route 2A on the Dixie Road before we turn onto this East Shore Road or the logging road that leads to East Shore Road. We're about halfway in between Houlton and Lincoln. Houlton's about 35 miles to the north and Lincoln's 40 miles south of here. The city of Bangor, 89 miles, pretty much due south. Portland's about 215 miles, give or take, 2 hours and 30 minutes, I guess. And the city of Boston's about 321 miles, if I remember correctly, and that's going to take you probably 5 hours and 15 or 20 minutes. So we are in a wilderness area, but you're fairly close. You can get to Lincoln and Houlton in less than an hour from this location. If you're up here in Glenwood and maybe you've been on the lake for 2 or 3 days and you want to do something different, what else can you do up here? Well, we're in that area of Maine called the Haynesville Woods, and this is an excellent area for white-tailed deer hunting. It's also a great area, Glenwood specifically, for ruffed grouse. And I know this because I hunt here myself. It's 30 minutes from my home up here. This this whole area is a lot of early successional hardwood forest, and if you're a grouse hunter, I don't have to tell you, they love that stuff, and there's lots of them up here. You can ATV and snowmobile from this property to the trailhead, and it's not too far from here. What else can we do? Well, we can take a day trip and head over to Katahdin Woods and Waters National Monument, or Baxter State Park for that matter. And if you're familiar with those, you've probably heard of them. They're not too far west of here and a pretty easy, probably hour drive from this location. Thank you for taking this tour with me on Wytopitlock Lake in the town of Glenwood. Let's wrap this video up. I've already told you the price, $55,000. The property has 221 feet of frontage on the lake, and that's some nice frontage down there, kind of a small gravel bottom, a few small rocks, good for swimming, boating, and all of that. The taxes that will be determined after the sale. This is being carved out of a very large commercial timber tract. But don't worry about, oh my God, what the tax is going to be. This town historically has had a tax rate between $6 and $7 or $8 a thousand. So it's one of the cheaper areas in Maine that you're going to be taxed in. So there's that. And what else can I tell you? Beautiful piece of property, nice old growth trees. Come on up and take a look at this. Give me a call at 800-286-6164. Ask for Phil. And while you're here, don't forget, like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and have a great day.